Hey folks, Matt from Art of the Image here. Thought we'd do an overview of the Nikon 18-105 VR to follow up on the previous one on the 18-55. It's kind of the next step up, the next progression if you're looking at zoom lenses. So this is it here. This is mine, the Nikon 18-105 VR. It's a zoomed out. Let's see here. There it is, zoomed out. So you can see that it has the supplied Nikon HB32 bayonet lens hood on there. So it's a fantastic little lens, a good upgrade path from the 18-55, or an alternate to purchasing the 18-55 VR if you have the extra money. The manufacturer suggested retail price on this lens is $399.95 USD. Let me see if I have the, I think they are going at B&H for slightly less than that if you check that. In Canada they're probably right around that for the MSRP. So they're about twice the price of the 18-55 VR. But you get quite a bit more besides just the range, which in and of itself is huge. Instead of going to 105 or to 55, you get to 105, so you're almost double the range of the 18-55 VR. And the 18-55, again, or the 18-105. Let's cover some pros and cons, weaknesses and strengths. The cons are similar to those that were in the 18-55, just not as many of them. Chromatic aberration, vignetting, and distortion. Because it is such a long range zoom, 18-105, you do get some distortion at both the wide end and at the long end. Now again, these distortion is easily correctable now in either the supplied software from Nikon or in Photoshop or in Lightroom. So it's not something that I basically evaluate the lens on. I use this lens, I love this lens, so it's not a negative, it's not something you can't fix. It's very easily correctable, if not automatically correctable if you have the profile. So it's really nothing to consider really if you're going to purchase the lens. Same with the vignetting, chromatic aberration. They're not bad in the 18-105, not as bad as in the 18-55, but again, both these things are either automatically correctable or easily correctable in your software. So not something I really consider nowadays when I'm purchasing a lens. The other weakness, if you want to say, is that the 18-105 is not as close focusing as the 18-55 is. It's not really a weakness because the minimum focus distance is 1.48 feet or 0.45 meters. So still pretty close. It's not like it's a huge difference. But I just thought I'd point it out that you do have a slight edge with the 18-55. It's probably the only area where the 18-55 does have a slight edge. Pros, strengths for this lens, quite a few. The 18-105 has ED glass. That's extra low dispersion glass. And basically what that gets you is superior optical performance. Most of your higher priced lenses you'll see in Nikon will have the ED glass in them, and that is always kind of an indicator that you're into a better lens. The VR, again, 2 to 3 stops, extra hand holdability, so you can get this thing down depending again on your technique. How much caffeine you've had to drink, how good a shooter you are as far as the technique is. You could handhold this probably as low as 1/10 of a second, maybe even better. If you're jittery from caffeine or something, probably not quite as low. Another advantage of the 18-105 over the 18-55 as an example is the 18-105 is an IF lens. That means it's internal focusing, so the front lens doesn't spin. So that's a bonus if you're a big user of filters, and it's just a bonus altogether because the higher end lenses, they don't spin. Any turning is done within the lens instead of a rotating front lens element such as the 18-55 has. So that's a big bonus for the 18-105. The 18-105 is very fast and accurate focusing, no complaints there. It's quick, it's precision target right on, fast, accurate. Similar to the 18-55, the MTF charts for the 18-105 are very good. It's very sharp right across the board. In fact, it's even better than the 18-55. Let's have a look at the resolution chart here. Again, if you want to have a look for yourself and see the resolution charts, go to photozone.de and you can look up a lot of different lenses there. The 18-105 is available on there, and you can see a breakdown of the resolution charts. I'll go over some of the numbers here for you. At 18 millimeters at wide open at f3.5, it is 2,196, so that's excellent. At 24 millimeters at f3.8, 2171, again excellent, well over 2,000. And at 35 millimeters at f4.5, it's 2,113. By 50 millimeters, we're at 2,091 at f5. And at 105 at the long end, we're at f5.6, we're at 1980.5. So very good showing in the sharpness resolution category. This lens is really good right across the board. Certainly wouldn't hesitate to recommend it on those grounds. It is a little sharper in the borders and in the corners than the 18-55 is. You can check out those two charts for yourself if you want to compare them side by side. But overall, excellent sharpness characteristics, excellent MTF resolution results. So very good there. The 18-105 is also more flare resistant than the 18-55. Doesn't have quite the same problem with being prone to flare that the 18-55 has. 18-105 is very good at being resistant to that, so that's a bonus, a strength. It's not a problem. And the bokeh is better than the 18-55, but again, we're looking at variable aperture zooms, and you're not looking at them for amazing quality bokeh such as you might get out of an f1.4G lens like the 85 f1.4G. So it's good, and it's good for the price. It's not exceptional like something you'd get in a $2,000 lens, but certainly it's definitely good for the lens, for the category it's in, and for the price. And overall, the lens is a good size and weight. It's not huge. It's not too small that it seems too small on bodies. It actually is a perfect pairing with the D7000, and it's a good size and weight, and it's a very good lens. So all in all, a lot of strengths, very few weaknesses. The weaknesses it does have are easily overcome in software, such as the chromatic aberration, vignetting, some barrel distortion. Those things are minimal and easily overcome in software. So it's a strong performer, probably for the price, and this is probably the reason why I like it and why I own it and use it. You can't really beat it for the price. You get the added length on the long end over the 18-55. The lens retails for about $400, and for $400 you're getting an excellent performing lens with a good range and very sharp. And I think if you have the money, it's a better buy than the 18-55 in the sense that you get that extra range and you get that little bit of extra quality in the features that you don't get with the 18-55. Not saying that the 18-55 isn't an excellent lens, because for the price it is, but if you can step up to the $400 mark, the 18-105 is probably the best value that Nikon has in a variable aperture zoom. So hope that helps you out if you're shopping for a zoom in these ranges. If you're just wondering how this lens is, how it performs, it's a 67mm diameter filter on it, so that's the size of the front element if you're interested in that. And the lens weighs about 14.8 ounces or 420 grams. So a really nice lens, great coverage range for zoom, and certainly something you're going to be, I think, very pleased with if you decide to go with this. Again, with any lens recommendation, go into the store, put the lens on your camera or camera in store, and play with it. See how you like it, take some photos, zoom in, have a look, see what you think before you purchase it. Obviously, it's not the same as being able to take it out in the field and shooting with it for a day or two, but better than not testing it out at all. So anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned to Art of the Image. We'll have some more videos for you, some more articles soon, and take care.